Ella Mae Begay disappeared from her home overnight on June 14, 2021, in Sweetwater, Arizona. Ella Mae was 62 at the time and had been very cautious about COVID-19. She had not been allowing anyone into her home. Ella Mae is well known as an accomplished pictorial rug weaver. A person of interest, Preston Tolth, has been named and is being held on unrelated charges. Ella Mae's case is considered a homicide, but progress seems to have slowed.
Hey everybody, welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. I'm Christy Brower, here with my sister, co-host, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver. Hey Katie.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah.
Just been jetting across Idaho and Montana.
Oh my goodness. We have traveled so much. We've been in the car for 24 hours total in the last 5 days.
Yikes. Holy crap.
And we're still speaking. So I think it's pretty good.
I'm impressed. I am impressed. That is pretty good.
And the dogs are still speaking to us because they were with us. Yeah.
Nothing like having all your kids in college now and they're not all in the same place.
No, but they're all doing good. And yeah, it's great. Everything's just moving right along. It's cold, man. It is winter. It's thinking about being winter. Yeah.
It really is. I saw my breath today. It rained really cold rain that if we don't have some snow in the morning from that, I will be surprised.
Yeah.
I have hit the desire to bead time of year. This happens to me every year. When the weather's good, I don't do any beading. I don't do any crafting, do other stuff. And this time of year, I'm like, oh, I've been in several craft stores in the last couple of days and replenishing some of my stock so that I can get going again because I really want to get to beading again. This time of year when it's cold and it's dark really early, all I want to do is just sit and bead. So I'm getting started.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Well, we do have our MMIW case for this week today. Yeah. But before we do that, of course, we do need to have a word from our sponsor.
Yes.
So, support for True Crime Paranormal is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in below-the-waist grooming and hygiene. Manscaped has just launched their 4th generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. Yes, it's already the 4.0. Make sure your man joins the 2 million men worldwide who already trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code True Crime Paranormal at manscaped.com.
Ramblin' Rose on Reddit said, so, I was in the shower on a cruise ship, shaving my balls. The ship moved suddenly. I think you can guess what happened.
Sir, what are you doing? Shaving your balls on a cruise ship without the Lawnmower 4.0. That is guaranteed to give you a smooth, pain-free shave. So you know what you need to do.
Yep. Somebody did not understand the assignment.
Somebody did not. That is absolutely true. So to solve this for next time, get 20% off and free shipping with the code True Crime Paranormal at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code True Crime Paranormal. Experience premium grooming with Manscaped.
There you go.
So that being said, let's jump into this case. Today's case comes out of Sweetwater, Arizona. This is the lovely Ella Mae Begay.
Yes.
Ella Mae went missing sometime overnight on June 14th of 2021 from her home. Now, Ella Mae at the time was 62. She's now turned 63. She was really, really cautious about COVID-19. She was not allowing anyone in her house. So she
Wow.
hadn't had any visitors. She lives in a very isolated part of the Navajo reservation there in Sweetwater, Arizona. And she had, like, her property's all fenced. She's been known in her family for being super, super careful about
Hmm.
protecting herself,
Yeah.
which is really smart.
Hmm.
However, she just vanished
Oh.
overnight on that June 14th of 2021, and nobody knows where or why.
Hmm.
Now, there are whisperings that there are family members that do know what happened to her, and it's not being said out loud.
Hmm.
There is actually someone in custody who is believed to, who was named to be a suspect. His name is Preston Tolth, and he was arrested in New Mexico, and he is now being held on other charges. He is not charged with her death, but he is still named as a suspect. Pretty quickly after her disappearance, the local tribal police called the FBI and got them involved. And this went from a missing persons case to a homicide case pretty quickly.
Hmm.
The challenge is that the family doesn't know why. They're not being told anything. They're very frustrated with that. They've been very frustrated with the police, which is hard because, the police say there's just a lot of stuff we can't tell you because this is an active investigation and we are working on it. And, but it is so hard when you've got a loved one missing like this and you don't know what's going on. A
Well,
lot
and
of,
the fear, of course, is that it will just remain this way for time immemorial because a lot of
right,
cases have.
right. A lot
And
of
it
cases have,
becomes an out. We can't tell you because it's an active investigation.
right.
When the truth is that nothing has been done and nothing is known. And I'm not saying that's the case in Ella Mae's case, but still,
That is the fear.
yeah.
And it is a legitimate fear because that has happened in many cases. We've seen it already
Hmm.
many times. And,
Yeah.
she is a beloved member of her community. Ella Mae is a well-known, accomplished pictorial rug weaver. So I'm going to show you
Yeah.
a couple of pictures of her rugs.
Isn't that
So her
amazing?
rugs, isn't that beautiful? She weaves these rugs to tell a story about what life is like on the reservation.
Hmm.
And here's one, and then here's another one. And if you actually just look up Ella Mae Begay rugs, you will find them
Hmm.
on the internet. So if you're not watching this show, you can do that and you'll be able to look them up. But they're beautiful and the detail.
Yeah.
She's really well known and accomplished in
Uh-huh.
her skill.
And an
It's just,
elder in her
yes,
community. Yeah.
an elder in her community, beloved by her family and her community, seen as a matriarch. And it's just so stunning for her to just disappear, you
What
know?
is going on with these older ladies, these older elders?
Right?
This is
There have
not
been
isolated. There have been several this last year of
there
these
have.
older women being murdered.
And not all from the same reservation, but it
No.
is, it's always been young women and we know kind of what the motivation is behind that. But what
Hmm.
about these elders? What is the reason for them going missing? That does really make you wonder, doesn't it?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um, Seraphine Warren, who lives in Tooele, Utah, is Ella Mae's niece. And she has been really, driving the public face of for the family and really, pushing the investigation.
Hmm.
And she got really, really frustrated. And so she went on this walk. Yeah, a walk. It's 150 miles. She walked 150 miles from Sweetwater to the Navajo Nation capital, which is Window Rock, Arizona, to bring awareness to her aunt's missing case or
Hmm.
murder case. And there she met with the president of the Navajo Nation
Hmm.
and she walked to the police station where were investigating. She walked to a bunch of different places to
Hmm.
bring attention to this case because she's just feeling like I mean, they actually have someone in custody who is not charged with her murder. They haven't told the family anything. They're just really like, what's going on?
Right. And is he even really the perp? Because why
Right,
haven't they charged him?
right. They really feel like he is. The police and the FBI feel like he's the one.
Mm-hmm.
So Police Chief Philip Francisco, who is the Navajo Nation police chief, said that one of their huge issues is that they have a very small police force and this huge reservation.
Well, right. Navajo
Police.
Nation is enormous.
It is. And that this has been a big, big challenge for them. They have Navajo Nation president, his name is Jonathan Nez,
Mm-hmm.
involved. And that is where Seraphine Warren ended her walk, was at his office, and he met with her when she arrived.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the problems that they have is that they need money and resources in this area. When the CARES Act money came out, the money, the emergency money for the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
the Navajo Nation police asked if some of the money that they received, could they please get a helicopter, because they don't even have a helicopter to search
With
this
all of that
very
land to cover.
rural reservation in Arizona.
Yeah.
And they didn't get it.
Oh.
And they've tried, they borrow officers from other police forces to help them search and stuff. But the problem they have is that all the police forces in the area are small. And so they can't overtax each other too much. They try to help each other as much as they can. But, so it's a big challenge. There's a huge challenge of resources here. But yeah, can you believe that? They don't have a helicopter.
Yeah.
Because
with that amount of ground to cover.
Yeah, that's a huge, huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely bringing to light yet again some problems within the system. Although I will say that the FBI is involved now, and the FBI certainly has helicopters.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're treating this like a homicide, and so they're not necessarily searching for her at this point.
Okay, but so to be completely clear, though, her body has not been recovered. We don't know where
her body has not been recovered. But they feel that they have enough evidence to deem this a homicide. So they've got something, but they have yet to move forward with it. And that's where Seraphine Warren gets real frustrated.
Yeah.
Is we just want some answers. We just want to bring her body home, to give our family an opportunity
and be able to do ceremony and bury her properly. And of course.
And of course, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know why Preston Tolth has not been charged. There's a lot we do not know.
Mm-hmm. And we know that sometimes in these cases, it does take a while, It
does.
I mean, look at the Daybell case,
Mm-hmm.
They held both of them on different charges, and worked those through the system while they got everything together to bring the murder charge. So,
right. And that took more than a year to do. And I think that's one thing, that the police have said is that, the police really are saying, we are working on this case. This is a priority to us. And we do want to, bring this case to a close and give the family closure.
Sure.
But the family is feeling like they tell us nothing, we don't know what's going on. It's so frustrating. I can't imagine being in that situation because, like you said, with the Daybell case and so many other cases that we've covered, we know a lot about the way the criminal justice system works. And the way it works is slowly.
Especially because of COVID, it just slowed everything down. I mean, before that too, but
the fact that the sheriff's deputies have been involved, and the fact that the FBI is involved, they're actually way further ahead than a huge number of these cases that we have reported.
Totally. Yeah.
Some of them never get investigated at all. I mean, there's still one right here in Idaho where we live, a woman who was killed and dismembered, and her family members found her body. It's never even been deemed a homicide, you guys. And it happened in 2017, 2018?
I was going to say 2016, but right in that area. While.
And it does make you wonder, like, what the hell, At least there is an investigation here. But I get
you can't blame her family for being frustrated and, refusing to sit down and shut up because you can't.
No, you can't. You have to keep the pressure on for sure. And that's kind of where we're at with this case.
Mhm.
But it is, it's a terrible loss in a community anytime. But when you lose a grandmother in a community
Yeah.
that, she's an elder, she's a person that many people see as someone that is a support to them and has wisdom. And, it's devastating. I cannot imagine having one of our grandmas or one of our older aunts go missing. That would be
Or be
horrifying.
murdered. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
and the First Nations have lost a lot of elders to COVID as it is.
so much. Yeah.
And
And that's why I think Ella Mae was doing everything she could to protect herself.
yes,
And then,
yeah,
doesn't get COVID, but does get something. Something
yeah.
happened to her.
But look at the legacy that went with her. She
Yes, I
had
know.
some ancestral skills,
She's
and
certainly, yeah,
yeah,
these rugs are amazing. And there are some people involved. There's now a $5,000 reward for information, and some help has actually come for that from some people who have purchased her rugs,
good.
and who just sort of accidentally discovered that she is missing. And
Hmm.
people that have been fans of her art
Yeah,
have actually helped and assisted in getting some money together so that there is a reward.
good.
But as usual, this is one of those cases we're going to keep a close eye on and
Hmm.
follow up with you as things happen. It's
Yeah.
not a case we will read because it's very new. It just happened in June
Oh
of this
yeah.
year.
No. No.
And we certainly don't have the family's permission to do that, so we won't do that. However, we do want to bring some attention to
Hmm.
Ella Mae's case, always saying people's names over and over and over
Yep.
again. You just never know who
Yep.
might see the show and know something,
Yep.
remember something. So
Hmm.
it's Ella Mae Begay and it's Preston Tolth. So,
Okay.
if you know something, all you have to do, you don't even have to know who to call. You literally just call your local police and they will help connect you with who to call on a case like this. But you can also report to the FBI because this is an FBI investigation now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So this is our Wednesday case.
Yeah.
We will be back tonight with Wednesday night case updates at 7 p.m. Mountain. And we have some doozies of some updates.
Oh yeah.
There's
Lots of wheels turning.
a lot
Hmm.
going on right now. So we're going to have all of that to talk about. And then we do have the psychic hour on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain. And I imagine we'll have a couple of pop-ups this weekend. So we have a lot of great
Hmm.
programming still coming this week. So we just
Yeah.
want to invite you to join us
Hmm.
and, get involved. If you're from this community, you know more about this case, please comment because, of course,
Yeah.
we can only go on what's been published publicly. And often there are things people know that it's not out there in the public world. So
Hmm.
let us know. We'd love to know more. And we're
Yeah.
going to keep an eye on this case and we'll continue to update you as we see, that there's something to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys know it. We are True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. Thanks for being here.
Take care.